Welcome to Fort 44. My name is Aaron. Today we're going over how to place access points within your building to get the best coverage possible for yourself and for your users. Be for your business or for homes, doesn't really matter. We're going to be talking about UniFi access points as we're using the UniFi Design tool, and that's all they have available through that tool, which makes perfect sense. If you're using other access points, then I guess try and find an access point that is an equivalent with UniFi and place it, and then you can kind of figure out if the coverage will work or not. If you want to get the best experience, then just buy a UniFi access point and you'll know what your coverage is going to look like. As I mentioned before, we're going to be in the UniFi Design Center. So to get there, you're going to go to design.ui.com. I've already uploaded a design. To do so, you just go up here and click create new project, and you can name the project and you can upload the floor plan. I've found a random floor plan on the internet, so this is not my house, but kind of wish it was. It looks pretty sweet. I figured out that this wall here is about 22 feet, so we're going to set the scale and you're going to drag this across and set it where you think the wall ends and save. The reason you want to do this, if you don't have the scale set, then UniFi doesn't really have a clue of how large the house is. And if it doesn't really know how large the house is, it has no way to determine what the coverage actually looks like. So set the scale to what your blueprints say. All right, now that we have that set, you're going to want to line in the exterior walls and the interior walls. I'm hoping at some point UniFi just adds a little AI feature so this can just magically happen, but until then, we've got to do it manually. And you want to set it up so the exterior walls are likely thicker than your interior walls. They give you a nice tool here at the bottom to select your walls. So concrete is generally what I would say an exterior wall could be, or maybe wood. Metal, again, this is for a property that you either have blueprints to or you're dealing with, so you can have a bit of an idea of what the wall materials are. I'm going to say that is concrete. It just makes my life a little bit easier. You can do whatever you like. We're just going to set the exterior walls to concrete. So you're going to take the concrete tool and click the corner and drag to the end. And if you hit escape, it'll cancel out the continued wall. So you want to do it this way so you can say where your windows and doors are. And we'll just jump along. All right, we've done that side. And let's assume that these are all windows. Again, this tool, we can go glass. It's up to you if you want to be this picky. If you're not really too worried about exterior coverage, then I wouldn't worry about putting in the glass. The glass will just prevent the signal less than a concrete wall. But again, if you're not worried about exterior coverage, or you're planning on putting access points outside, I would just put concrete around your entire building. It'll be a little bit quicker. So let's assume that I've done that, and we're going to now move on to the inside. So again, determine what your walls are made out of. So let's say drywall, and you're going to map that out throughout your house or your office or whatever you're building out. And then I'm going to cut ahead in the video so I can just map all this out, and then I'll show you how to place the access points. All right, I've done a quick draw up of these floor plans. I did it pretty quickly, so it's not a perfect job, so maybe I missed a wall or whatnot, but it should give you a good idea of what the heat maps look like. So once you've drawn up your own map, then you will go to the bottom here, and there's an option to add devices, and you can add Wi-Fi. Keep in mind, with this design tool, you can add a number of things and heat map even the cameras and whatnot to see what the coverage would look like, but we'll stay focused with Wi-Fi today. And you can choose from any of their most recent devices. You can't go, I don't think you can get down to an AC. Oh, you can, so you can even go back to an AC. Wouldn't recommend getting an AC, but you can get an AC access point. We're going to go with the U7 Pro, as that's a fairly standard option for people. And you can see here what the coverage will look like. So if we just placed it here, that'll do pretty good for a lot of people. If you just want decent coverage to your home, you could potentially get away with this, but you'll notice that the master suite has basically no coverage. So I'm assuming if you're building a house of this size, you probably want the master suite to have good coverage, or if we drag it down here, bedroom 4 starts losing coverage. So what I would do is get your access point and place one up here toward the top of the home, and then drag one down here to the bottom of the home. And if you take it, let's throw it in the foyer here. All right. I don't think we need any more. If you wanted to do exterior access points, you can. Again, you'd want to go to like an outdoor or something like that, and you can place it to the side and see what the coverage would be with the exterior walls, because those will dampen the width of the coverage. perfect. Not going to do that right now, and we can close out of here. All right, now we have the access points planted, but we can't really see the coverage map. That's just because by default it's set to off, so go here, and now you can see the coverage map. One thing I like to do, so if the client or whatnot is a little bit price conscious, is to choose different access points just to see what the coverage looks like. So let's go back to wireless, and we'll do some lights. Not a huge fan of the lights, but in this case it might do the trick, because it's better to have more access points than one massive access point in hopes that it covers everything. So if we take the light, place it here, and again go here, it will be fairly close to the coverage that we had before. I think it's a little darker in this retreat area. If you want to save maybe $100, or I'm not sure exactly what the numbers were there, but if you want to save a few bucks, you can go down to a light. This will give you a good accurate view of what the coverage would look like depending on which access point you purchased. Let's just delete these for a second, and in case you were wanting to just really go all out and spend stupid money on an access point, we could get the E7. And you'll notice that the coverage is not really all that much better than the Pro 7. The reason for that is the E7 isn't necessarily able to broadcast further, it's just able to take on more clients. And for a home, having an E7 would be nuts, because you're never going to have I'd be surprised if you ever have thousands of people in your house that need to get onto the wireless. So for most people, just go with the Pro. You can go up in models, so the U7 Pro XG and XGS, those allow for higher speeds. So if you're in a neighborhood that allows for plus gigabit networks, or you want to have an internal network that is above a gig, then you could get these models. But again, you want to make sure the rest of your hardware allows for that. If you have access points that can go above a gig, so I think it goes up to 2.5 on the XG and then maybe 10 on the XGS. I might have my numbers wrong there. If you don't have switches that allow for that, or your laptop doesn't allow for that, or your other devices don't allow for it, you've spent extra money for something that really doesn't benefit you. Okay, now we're going to move on to heat mapping if you don't have the floor plans. So the way I would do that is open up Google Maps and find the spot that you want to heat map. In this case, I just found a random Chick-fil-A in Las Vegas. Las Vegas has, I think, the clearest, well, there's a few other US cities that have the clearest satellite images. So that's why I went here. You're going to right click and you're going to click measure distance. This will give you a point. You can drag it around, and we're going to measure just the length of the building. The reason we're doing this is that we know how large our building is, and we can just start guessing what's inside the building. I'm hoping you've been to the building that you're trying to put access points in. Otherwise, this will be a little bit challenging, because if you don't know kind of where the walls are, then you won't be able to guess. As I've only been to Vegas once, and I haven't been to Chick-fil-A in Vegas, I don't know what this building looks like on the inside, so I'm just going to guess. So I've already taken a screenshot of this, and I've uploaded it as my second floor plan. Not exactly sure why UniFi does this, but they make it look like garbage. I'm guessing there's a setting somewhere to fix that. I have not taken the time to find it. So just kind of guess on where you think the building is based off of this image, and try and ignore the shadows. The shadows kind of go white, which can sometimes look like walls. Whatever. Since I'm working within an existing floor plan, I'm just going to reset the scale. If you've opened up a new document, you just have to set it by default. The measurement that I got here was 76 feet on this wall, so we'll hit set scale, drag this across, and 76, and save. So now we have a bit of a scale to work with, and we're going to add some exterior walls. Again, we'll just assume these are concrete. And we're just going to draw those in real quick. And as I said before, I've never been here. We're going to assume the dining area is up here, and then we're going to go drag, put a nice little door in there. Let's say bathrooms maybe back here. I don't know. Yeah, this is terrible. But if you know what the designs are of this building, then you can make the rooms, you can guess where the rooms are within it. All right, now that we've totally guessed what this looks like, oh, I think we need one more wall here, just to make sure the exterior is good. Oh, there we go. Okay, now we can place devices. Again, since you have guessed what the interior walls are like, it's not going to give you a perfect coverage map, but if you have a good feeling for what the interior is, then you can get kind of close. So we'll put them here. Again, you can see, man, the bathroom, it's not getting any coverage. We need to place one more there. You'll also notice that the exterior, it's not great. So if you had a large patio or something like that, you may want to put an exterior access point on just so you get good coverage. All right, I think that basically covers how to do the heat mapping. If you have any questions, feel free to note them in the comments below. If you'd like for us to manage your IT and we can build these cool site maps and do a whole lot of other great stuff for your business, we manage IT for businesses across North America, so feel free to reach out on our website and we'd love to chat. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.